Well, good morning, Mom and Pop Thrifters. Tom, stay-at-home dad, professional stay-at-home dad, and eBay reseller. I just realized it's like 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and I still haven't even made a video, let alone posted one. So let's see what happens. So I elected to sell that, somebody hurt her finger. So I elected to list the Luca and Alberto that I found the other day at Ollie's, the last one, when I said, hey, these are the last ones they have, and I got these. I listed them together, they sold. This Tom Petty shirt sold. It says 1979 on the back, but I know it's a reproduction. It has to be. It says royalapparel.com on the tag. But I'm afraid maybe that the person that bought it, just because in my head, I'm worried about, they think that it's a vintage shirt. I didn't put vintage in the title, but I did put 1979 in the title, but that's what the shirt says. So I didn't, a lot of times I put either reproduction or like modern repro, something like that. Oh, nuts. So that Tom Petty shirt worries me a little bit. Let's look at what, the Toy Story 2, Al's Toy Barn, Al, sold from the remix. Just a whole bunch of not much. I'll run through a screenshot of things that sold. A lot of bread and butter little stuff is selling, but nothing's exciting really. So stuff's selling. Let's pull orders for today. All right, so like I said, I had three home sick with me yesterday, and today I have two home with me. Judah's sick. Evelyn is feeling better, but it's made it a little difficult to be productive. Let's see what we got to pull. You guys often see me standing in that corner and pulling out of those boxes. And then we have what we call the island here, which is another section of boxes. And then like these are things that I'm going to donate. These shoes I didn't realize had a flaw, and just stuff that's not, either hasn't sold in a year and a half or whatever. And then that's the death pile you saw the other day. And then I've started here with more totes, and we're just going to make kind of a wall of totes until I can build a shelf to go there. But today, I think a lot of the stuff that we're going to end up pulling is coming out of these totes that are in the new section. So these boxes, the numbers just correlate to what I put into eBay. And the reason that it's HE is because the estate sale company that I used to go to all the time was called Home Estates, and I got a bunch of totes from them that they didn't need. So I called those the HE totes. Well, now I just have HE all over the place, and most of the totes didn't come from them. 52, 44, 10. And like, if I'm doing 5 or 6 totes in a row, then I do them all like sequentially, but then I'm jumping from the 40s and 50s. I started with 2 and 3, but those totes broke. And then I started this counting backwards from 99. Hopefully that doesn't bore you to death. But anyway, we need to be in 95. And somebody asked me about organization the other day, and I'm like, all it is the numbers that correspond to what I put in eBay's custom SKU. You guys were with me the other day when I picked up Mary and a donkey and a couple of sheep. Well, Judah broke my sheep, so I don't have them to list anymore. But the donkey sold. He's in here somewhere. There he is. Little donkey. I thought I felt a chip on his ear, but doesn't look like it. I think I paid $5. The donkey at $3.99 for it, and it sold for $24, maybe even plus shipping. There's the sold listing. Willow trees do really, really well right now, but I think they're kind of the precious moments of the day. Precious moments probably would have done really well in the late 90s on eBay. But right now they're kind of a niche collectible thing, but I don't imagine they'll hold value. But if you find them and they're reasonably priced, look them up. They do kind of well. These are from 99. This is the Tom Petty shirt that I was talking about that sold. Here comes Evelyn following me out here. And it says that on it. So, I mean, if you didn't know what you were looking at, maybe you would think this is vintage. Hi, baby. What you doing?
Just these on the late feet?
They look like it. Yep, good job. So you guys be the judge. Should I be worried about whether or not this person thinks they're getting a super old 1979 t-shirt? So 52 has a Bop It in it, and it's the craziest Bop It. It has all kinds of crazy things that it'll do. It's the Extreme 2. And so like this, let's say this white Bop It doesn't do super well, but a lot of Bop Its do well. I'll throw some Bop It comps up. But I sold this one. I sold it twice because I lost it the first time that I sold it. I put it in a box and didn't have it marked. Look at my Technodrome that's busted. The other half is in another box. This is a Chuck E. Cheese t-shirt. Kids, I think large. Yeah, kids large on that Y2K Delta tag. So it's a little bit vintage. It's not true vintage, not old, but it's a cool piece. And kids clothes at that Goodwill at that time were $2.29. I think they're $2.99 now. But that's a cool piece somebody's gonna want. This is from that video. If you watched it, not many people watched it. Where I bought a bunch of t-shirts off of Whatnot and my average buy cost was like $7. Okay, so I paid like on average $8 for those shirts, and this one sold for $17.99. So that's not great buy, but it's making money. And this shirt, if this was big enough, I absolutely would have kept it. And it sold really quickly. Like, I think it was listed for a week. Nature tie-dye kind of shirts tend to do really, really well. I should face the camera this way so that my face is in the light, except for then I need to be up here like this so that my double chin is gone and the shadows out of my face. But you guys don't care what I look like. You just want to learn stuff or hang out. This piece is another thing where it's like, maybe it's not even worth the time to list. I bought it with some American Girl doll clothing for $1.19, and it obviously isn't going to sell with that, but it would sell, so I sold it by itself. It's only barely worth the time it takes to do, but I had it and I knew it was valuable. I didn't have to do research on it. I knew what it was. So it is what it is. But it sold. Here's another one just barely worth my time. McLovin's license plate. It was with the Bambox pins and stuff that I got. And again, I didn't have to do any research. I take 2 pictures. I put it in an envelope. It's gone. I make $2. But it's in a pile of stuff I already own. I didn't pay for it specifically. So this is $102 worth of stuff. And it's all crazy easy listers, crazy easy packaging. It's the kind of stuff I like to do, but some of it's a little bit low dollar and not worth messing with. You know what really bursts your bubble when you're trying to be productive on eBay sales? Dropping and busting the most profitable item you sold all day.